bonjour, ciao, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you're new here, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Tolu and I wanted to film a video about how I'm actually feeling during lockdown, because a lot of the times people tend to mask their true emotions on the internet, and I feel like the people who are sort of following along and watching people's day-to-day lives, it's kind of unfair because they're setting such high expectations for what people should be doing in their lives, and I just don't find it to be realistic sometimes. So I just wanted to say the honest truth and talk about how I'm really feeling about being stuck at home, having university restart again but online, and just be totally honest with you guys because it's just what's fair to you. Just wanted to put a quick disclaimer out before I started the proper content of this video, but I'm using natural lights from time to time. It's going to change and I can't really do much to stop it, which is kind of frustrating, but don't let it bother you too much as you watch this video. Okay, so the first thing to like get out there is that we've been on lockdown for about 8 weeks. Yeah, like 8 weeks. That's 2 months of being stuck at home plus one form of daily exercise. And the problem I have personally with that one bit of exercise is that a lot of people just don't have the motivation and the strength to even want to leave their house, and that includes me. And it's not because of fear of coming into contact with people on the outside, it's just I don't have like the physical strength sometimes to want to get out of bed and to leave my house. And I feel like for a lot of people that is also the same case, because not everyone has the encouragement and the strength to like leave their house every day and go for a daily walk or take some fresh air. And I know it's something that could potentially really benefit and help people, but sometimes it's just really hard to just have the strength to leave your house in the first place. And a lot of that ties in with mental health. So being stuck at home all the time does a lot in terms of people's well-being. I've been having a hard time in terms of that, and I haven't been out as often as I could have done, and that's a matter of personal choice, one, and two, because I just don't feel like I'm up for it, and that is okay. Like, if you don't feel like you're up for it but you're seeing everyone else going on for walks and stuff, it's okay. Maybe instead sit in front of a window so you're still like at least having some sunlight and opening your window so you still have some fresh air. Maybe like walking up your stairs a lot of times to like replace walking outside. Take the time that you need to feel comfortable with going out, because that's what matters most. It took me like 3 weeks to get the strength to want to leave my house, and since then I've like slowly increased how often I go on my walks. So one thing that I've just learned is that just to do what I think my body would appreciate the most, which is going out when I'm ready. But yeah, I think one thing that's really frustrating sometimes as well is that because term has started again, I'm doing university remotely, everything's online. I've managed to adjust to it, which is okay. The problem I'm finding is that I'm getting set more work than I would have done if I was still at Oxford. But the problem with being under lockdown and doing things remotely is that we are missing out on a lot of things that we needed to have done for our degree, whether that be practicals that like require us to physically be there, lectures, more tutorials, etc. And people are overcompensating for the experiences that we have now lost, which has now resulted in us receiving more work to do. We're already quite stressed because of everything that's going on in the world, so having more work to do as well doesn't really help us, and it hasn't helped a lot of the friends that I've asked to. And a lot of us feel, I don't even know how to phrase this in a way that doesn't sound really like bad, but a lot of us either cried as a response or just feel completely empty as a response. And it sounds so bad, but like it's gotten to the point where we're actually just so fed up with a lot of things that our only like reaction is either crying or feeling completely empty and numb. And that really sucks. It really, really sucks, because there's not really much we can do about it other than trying to get through the work that we've been set. So we have like, I've got like my timetable up here. We've got like an average of about, let's say, 6 to 8 lectures a week. On top of that, we now have practicals to do. So even though we can't physically do the practicals, we still have to watch someone demonstrating said practical remotely, answering quizzes, doing questions, doing research on it, which takes a lot of time out of our work as well. So that's about 8 lectures, 3 or 4 practicals. On top of that, we've got tutorials to do within our colleges as well. Depending on how many tutors you have will affect how many tutorials you have in the term. I have a lot of tutors who want to see us, and a lot of those tutors will then go on to set essays. Writing essays takes a very long time because you're given a question, you have to research the content of that question, make a thorough plan so that when you go about writing your essay, you've got enough detail and information that you need to make a good one. When it comes to writing Oxford essays, especially for medicine, there are specific criteria that you need to meet for it to be satisfactory. So that obviously means the main content of the essay, but it also includes clinical relevance and experimental findings. Researching all of that takes quite a long time because you've got to search through an abundance of textbooks, look for a lot of videos, read lots of articles, and it takes a very long time. So having to balance the lectures, the practicals, the tutorials, the essays, it's a lot. Like, it's honestly so much. And even when we were at university, the medics had such a heavy and bulky timetable, but we felt like we could cope because we were able to treat ourselves with club nights afterwards, restaurant meals, going out with friends, going to the cinema with friends. So it didn't feel as pressurizing. But because of lockdown, we can't do that anymore. So the amount of work that we've been given is fresh in our minds. It's always lurking in there, and we can't really do much to sort of help ourselves feel better about it. Like, I guess for me, I could sit back and watch some stuff on Netflix. I recently just finished watching Gravity Falls on Disney+. I could Zoom call my friends and watch a movie with them, but it's just not the same feeling, and a lot of the times it just really sucks. Yeah, it just really sucks, and I know a lot of my friends feel the same way, and I guess we're sort of trying to support each other with how we're feeling. So I know for me personally, I've got a group chat with the medics in my college, and we are just openly honest about how we're feeling, and we just support each other in that way. We've arranged to have weekly calls on Saturdays to catch up with each other, to sort of regain a little bit of normality in our lives again, because we've gone from basically seeing each other every single day to like not seeing each other for like 2 months. So it's just kind of hard to adjust to, and we're getting through it, but it's hard. Like, it's very hard, and there's no need to like lie about it. Like, a lot of us are having a hard time, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are also having a hard time, but I guess it's important to make it known that you're not alone in having a hard time, that there are also other people who are probably having a similar time to you. But I think one thing that's important to highlight is having a support system, or like knowing your support system and reaching out to people when you feel low. So I'm lucky to have my medic friends and other friends who do different subjects at uni. I'm lucky to have like my best friends from home who have like known for years, who've known me for ages, who like know how to cheer me up and know things to say that'll like help me feel better, which is really great. I've got my mum who's hella supportive, because like she understands from time to time how I feel. So it's just nice having people to support me in that way, but then it is still kind of hard trying to balance everything. But yeah, I've got my planner to help me sort of plan what to do on a day-to-day basis. So I like write down what lectures I want to watch in that day, what practicals I want to do in that day, which has helped me a lot. But then it just gets frustrating when all of a sudden, bam, you've got more work set that you have to like factor into your week. It's just a lot, but it's like been 3 weeks into term. I just have to keep going with the flow and see how the rest of it holds out. But yeah, one thing that's important to note that I want to talk about is when I'm not filming, or like doing stuff on my Instagram, I don't look like this on a day-to-day basis, and that's okay. I feel like a lot of people, especially influencers online, always have this image of looking amazing 24/7, always having their makeup done, etc. And that's just not realistic at all. Most of the time, like when I'm on my private Snapchat story with my friends, I literally look horrific, and it's okay because I'm at home, I'm not seeing anyone, and that is fine. So it's just like important to note that it's not by force everyday look. I've just never really cared about like impressing people in terms of like my physical appearance. I just really don't care, like, because I'm fine with my appearance, I'm fine with how I am, and I feel like I don't need anyone else to help me change that idea or change that mindset, which is something that I hope a lot of you guys kind of figure out for yourselves too. But it's okay to just be yourself and like embrace who you are, like I don't know, I'm just chatting a lot, but just essentially it's okay not to like have your face beat all the time or having your hair done all the time. Just enjoy being you. Yeah, just enjoy being you. But yeah, because I know like on my Instagram I don't actually post like on my main feed very often because I'm very particular and picky about what like I want to go out there. And even so, it's because I don't like always look nice enough for me to like post it on my Instagram, and that's actually fine. Like there's nothing bad about that, and I just wanted to like make it like apparent to some of you guys that it's okay. It's just do what makes you happiest, and if that's like not completely looking like perfect all the time, then so be it. Like, it's honestly fine. I don't even know what point I was trying to make with that, but essentially don't be too concerned if people like celebrities are always looking amazing all the time. Like, it's for clout and it's for money and likes. And yeah, I don't know, overall I'm trying to just go through every day as it comes, so that if something like happens that I wasn't necessarily expecting, I'm not too phased or bothered about it. Obviously it'll like be kind of problematic, but then it's easier to like get over it if I'm not too fussed about what's coming next. And I think just following through each day as it comes helps to keep me more grounded, so I can just focus on like my daily tasks I need to do, and I can just like be chill and be calm, which is absolutely fine. But I'm literally just doing all right, so I don't feel amazing all the time, I don't feel perfect all the time, and that is honestly okay. Like, give yourself time to rest. If you've got things that need to be done, do it at your own pace. But I hope that with this video I've kind of shown you that it's okay to not be okay. That's a song, that's a Jessie J song. But yeah, I just wanted to speak honestly about how I'm feeling and sort of just break down what I'm going through, because I felt like, because I've already put myself out there on the internet, I should be genuine and real about how I'm really feeling. So this was just me doing that. So I hope it's been of use to some people. I guess that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you are all holding up all right and doing well, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.